Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old Joe Roadie ready to go. Join us today on Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today, we're with Blake Lynch from the Dancing Rabbit Festival. Blake, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Hey, tell us a little bit about you. Where'd you grow up, and what do you do with the festival?
Well, I grew up in the big city of Chakotah, Oklahoma, which is famous only for a musician that came from there, essentially, home of Carrie Underwood, of course. I ended up out at law school at OU in like 2009, graduated and moved to McAllister, and I've been practicing law here for several years, and decided I don't have enough to do, so why not start a music festival?
Well, that's good. What's your link in history with music?
I mean, other than being a band nerd, where I played tuba, all-state tuba, I might add, one year.
Good. Yep. So you're strong. You're stout.
I don't have a whole lot of tie to it other than just really liking it. And that's kind of the cool thing about our festivals.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old Joe Roadie ready to go.
We really like seeing live music. And when the pandemic hit and that stopped, we decided we were going to try to bring it to McAllister anyway. So here we are.
Where did the name come from? That's the first thing we need to know.
Oh, yeah. So we have our festival on a little street called Choctaw Avenue, which is in the middle of Choctaw Nation in Oklahoma. And so the Treaty of Dancing Rabbit Creek is what created the Choctaw Nation, for better or worse. And we acknowledge there's some negative history that goes along with that too. But we wanted to try to find some way to acknowledge kind of the place we were on Choctaw Avenue and Choctaw Country, while at the same time doing something that made sense for a music festival and a dancing rabbit. I mean, come on.
Exactly. All right. So what is give us a picture of what the festival looks like? 1 day, 2 day, 3 days? What do you get?
So we set up 4 separate dates throughout the year. We'll do 3 in the summer, May, June, and July. They're 1-day events. And then we'll do in the fall, whenever it cools off a little bit, that we don't have to sweat and watch music. So that's kind of the plan. We've started kind of growing it. It started off just being 3 bands on a stage, which was awesome. We really enjoyed it, but we figured out that people liked having good food, something good to eat, something good to drink, and something to do. So we started adding kind of festival stuff to the front end of it. So during the day, we've had everything from parades to cornhole tournaments to outdoor mall. And whenever night hits, we have 3 acts on our main stage. And then we have 2 venues that do like an after-hour show that kind of take us into the wee hours of the morning following.
Wow. Yeah. Very, very cool. What are some of the acts you've had in the past?
Oh, so, I mean, we've had Charlie Parr, John Fulbright, Band of Heathens. This last year, we had a lot of really great acts. Flowbots hit our stage in June, which was we're in Oklahoma, right? I mean, you guys strap on, you know what we're listening to. But occasionally, we thought it would be cool to throw something different on stage. And we had the Flowbots on, which was a fantastic show. I don't think anybody expected it. I think it was probably our most attended event. Ironically, the show before that, we had John Moreland, which is about as opposite as you can get.
Yeah.
It's a guy on a stage with a guitar playing songs that make you want to drink and cry.
Right.
We've had a little bit of everything. The last show, we had Quaker City Nighthawks this last summer, which was great. And Sean James, and we've just tried to throw different pieces in. Our after shows, we had a band called Blacktop Mojo, which was our first like really rock heavy show. And then this fall, we're bringing a couple of these guys back. I think Charlie Parr is going to do our after hours act. John Fulbright's going to do our main stage. And we've got a couple other Oklahoma musicians we're trying to kind of feature for the fall show.
Yeah, very, very cool. For you, what is it about live music that just kind of drew you in?
Man, I don't know. It's a whole experience. It's one of those things where you can listen to an album, you can really enjoy it, you can identify with the lyrics, and the music can evoke some emotion in you. And that's all well and good, but it's nothing compared to seeing someone actually perform that. And, again, this group of guys that started this, none of us share anything other than that same feeling of wanting to be kind of present in that moment with other people, and frankly put everything else aside. Let's not worry about any other bullshit, and let's just deal with like how we feel right now. And music is about the only thing that I know of that lets you do that with people.
Yeah, no, that's a great way of describing it. Absolutely. All right, Blake, let's have a little bit of fun for just a moment. What's the best concert you've ever seen in your life?
Oh man. Best concert I've ever seen in my whole life. I'll tell you the show that surprised me the most. Can I give you that one? Because that's the one
Yeah.
kills me. I mean, I can go back. I got to go see, a bunch of bands that I really liked from the past, but we were sitting at Austin City Limits, and I had never heard of Greta Van Fleet at all.
Okay.
Never heard of them. Didn't know who it was. And so we're sitting there, and we've been drinking all day. It's Austin City Limits, so it's hot. I'm sweating. I'm drinking. And we're like, we're going to sit and listen to this Greta Van Fleet. She sounds like a really sweet young girl. Probably going to come out with like a acoustic guitar. And then these came out and melted our faces off. It was a fantastic moment. I go back to thinking about watching City in Color the first time, and I really enjoyed Dallas Green and his music. And then, man, you see this dude live, and I don't know how he performs that way. It's just it's otherworldly how he manages to pull both out of nowhere. But yeah, there's all kinds. My favorite show right now was I got to see Judah and the Lion this weekend with my kids, and my kids are just spoiled rotten about concerts now, right? Like always up front, they're getting to meet bands. And so I took them to Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa, and I was like, okay, you guys get ready. You're going to stand in the back. I'm going to hold you up. You're going to see like 2 minutes of this show each. And sure enough, somebody sees me holding the kid up and says, hey, come up here, and brings him right up to the front.
Oh, man.
Kids got to hang out, and my kid got a guitar pick. I mean, it made his life. So it was great.
That's cool. All right. You could bring one act to the Dancing Rabbit Festival, dead or alive. Who would you bring?
Golly, you should have I feel like I should get to do a rider.
No. I don't send these questions ahead of time because I like just the impulse of it.
Okay. Anybody that I want. I mean, there are people that I'm after. I feel like I should name them, but if it was anybody at all that I could have, Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys, that was like my go-to. Every summer we cut and baled hay, and I knew it was lunchtime because Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys came on, and that's when we shut the track. Went and got to eat. And there's just something about that music that, it feels like home.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's awesome. How do people find out more about the Dancing Rabbit Festival, and do you encourage out-of-towners to come in for these events?
Please come in and spend money. That's all I need you to do. No, so dancingrabbit.live is our website. There's a lot of information there. All of our shows go up there. Our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the usual places have updates. But I mean, our show is completely free. So, I mean, wow. Like if you're from out of town and you see these bands that are coming around, they're going to be in Dallas, they're going to be in Tulsa, and you're looking at whether or not I can spend $50 or $100 on a ticket to go there, or I can come to McAllister, get in the middle of a city street, party with some, craft beer, some good spirits, some awesome food, and it's nothing to go do it. I mean, I don't know why you would go anywhere else, right? I mean,
wow, no doubt. So how do you get your funding? Sponsorships?
We are a 501c3. We're 100% volunteer, and I'm an attorney during the day.
Sure.
This has also become my full-time job. So yeah. We all volunteer all of our time. We all raise money. The city pitches in, our hospital pitches in. You got a bunch of local vendors that are pitching in to make these shows possible.
Fantastic.
6 figures to make these shows come here. And again, absolutely free to anyone who wants to join us.
Man, that's spectacular. I love to hear that. I wish more communities would do that. That's great. Very good.
Showcase McAllister. I mean, it's the gem of Southeast Oklahoma. Nobody knows about it. And the best way to showcase it is to, get you down here and have you do something fun.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Blake, thank you for letting us know what's going on there in McAllister. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Come see us, man. We're ready.
We will. Well, baby, I'm on.